Hi everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Dory. I had vertical sleeve gastrectomy surgery on September 12th, 2016 with Dr. Darren Tischler in Hartford, Connecticut at Hartford Hospital. My highest weight was 333.5. My surgery weight was 300.5, and today I am 180.2. Now, let me preface that with I did see 173.4 approximately maybe a month and a half ago. It might even be 2 months by now. So I have been fighting to get back down. I have to say, for those of you who are at goal or near goal, you will understand what I'm saying and talking about, and will relate that the last 20 pounds is the hardest to lose. I have 20 pounds to go. I feel like I keep yo-yoing it. I keep going down from 180 to 178, 177, back up to 182, then down to 180. So what I am doing is getting back to the basics. I don't have any issues too much lately with snacking. I had been going back and forth with snacking and choosing to eat not healthy things. I know I had, since I went to my nutritionist appointment, or not my nutrition, my 18-month post-op checkup, I scheduled a nutritionist appointment, and then I couldn't keep it because my husband had another appointment and the kids were on school vacation last week. So I rescheduled, and I believe that's coming up within the next couple of weeks. So I will definitely be talking to her. But I know I have chosen things like cookies. They came out with a new cookie. They're fudge striped Keebler cookies, but instead of having the fudge stripes, they're white chocolate and they have sprinkles on them. I had been eating 1, 2, 3, 4. One day I had 5 of them without even looking at the stats. So yesterday I had 1 of them. It wasn't that big a deal because I had done so well the last couple of days with eating. And so, but then yesterday when I looked at the stats, it was staggering. So only 2 cookies is 19 grams of carbs. That is atrocious. That's crazy. I don't even get 19 grams of carbs in a full day. I try to stay under 10. If I'm under 5, I'm happy. So I'm still doing a modified keto diet. I think it's a great diet. I think it is the science behind it supports a lot of things. I know that it came about when they were treating people many, many years ago for Alzheimer's and different diseases, and it helped people. And so I really just believe in it. I do a modified keto. I'm not so obsessive with it. If I get a little bit more protein than normal, I don't care. It doesn't really bother me. If I get more protein than I do fat in a day, that doesn't bother me either. I just really try to focus on keeping my calories lower and my carbs really low. Fat, I'm usually over 100 grams a day, and I keep my protein around 60 to 80 grams a day. One day I think I had 45 grams of protein, but that's not the norm. So I am obsessed with a new product. Well, it's actually not a new product, and I've eaten this probably a year ago, but I bought it a couple of months ago, and it's been in my freezer. But I got it at Trader Joe's, and they are lime. Oh, I forgot the other ingredient. Oh, chili lime chicken burgers. And they're 180 calories for one, and one is totally filling. And so I had one last night for dinner, and I just ate one now. But basically, I have the 1 chicken burger. I have 2 strips of bacon. I put 1 Laughing Cow cheese and a pickle on top. I eat it with a knife and fork, and it's totally satisfying. I eat it slow. I'm trying to do this mindfulness eating thing where I'm really mindful of what I'm eating and what I'm putting in my mouth and how many times I'm chewing it. And I'm very much into trying to slow down. I'm a very fast talker. I'm a very fast walker. I'm a very fast eater. And so I'm really trying to slow down to enjoy it and to get full and not be shoving stuff down my throat so that I don't feel comfortable after I've eaten. And so that whole burger with all the toppings that I mentioned is only 275 calories, and it's carbs. Four carbs. I think it's 43 grams of protein, and I think 30 something grams of fat. Now, if you want to see all of that, I put it on my Instagram. I put a picture of all the products. And so I have that on my Instagram, and you can check that out. An update on my husband in the military. My husband, as I said in a previous video, got a very high score on his ASVAB test, which is a military test. He got a really high score as well on his physical. He is not far away from enlisting into the Air Force National Guard Reserves. He will be going to boot camp for 8.5 weeks. And then today he's actually going to a base that is near our home with his recruiter. And he's going to spend the day on the base researching the top 4 jobs that he wants within the military and what they will send him to tech school for. He's able to spend about 5 hours on base today with her and go to job, ask questions of the people who do the job so he can make the best informed decision what he'd like to do. I know a couple of jobs is working with plane hydraulics and working with the plane's fuel system, making sure that all the planes are fueled. That way, if there's an emergency or a mission that they are sent on, it's his responsibility to make sure that they are fueled, getting fuel onto the base, etc., etc. And then the other 2, I don't remember offhand, but basically mechanical things. He scored really high. He got a 90 in mechanical on the test. So it's something that really interests him. So he will tour the base today. Within the next few days, he will make his decision about what job he'd like to do. After that, he will get sworn in and then start his 1 weekend a month, 2 weeks a year in the reserves. And he will wait for an opening in the job that he selected. After he gets a opening in that job, it could be right away that they have an opening. It could be, who knows? It could be a year from now. But whenever they have an opening in that job, he will leave for 8.5 weeks of boot camp in Texas, Laughlin Air Force Base in Texas. And then right after that, they will send him to the tech school for whatever career he's chosen. I know they are between, I think it's 49 days and 90 days, I think, between the 4 that he's picked, the top 4. And they're not months because they have weekends off, so it's only really 20 days per month. So we're looking at him being gone probably 5 to 6 months straight, which I will definitely miss him. He's like, we are attached at the hip. He is my husband, my best friend, my everything. He is an amazing guy. He's an amazing dad to our kids. So it is going to be very tough. But I mean, my 2 oldest children, I was a single mom for 6 years before I met him. And so I totally can do it. It's not like I can't get through it. Nothing at all. Like, I'm totally a fighter, especially when people doubt me. But the only thing though is we have one thing I think he's going to end up missing, as much as we would not want him to, is my son, my oldest, my firstborn, is getting married on September 1st. So if he gets sent to boot camp anytime within the next week or 2, he's not going to be back in time for his wedding. if he gets sent to boot camp within the next few months, he will be absolutely gone for my son's wedding. So that's something I've placed in the hands of God. God knows the timing, and if he can't be there, he can't be there. If he can be there, God will work it out. The only other thing that he will miss coming up, there is another wedding of a very good friend of ours that's getting married in June. And then in July, we have a big church function in Providence, Rhode Island, which isn't far from us, maybe an hour and a half from here. And we have a huge church function that he will probably miss. It's already paid for, so I go myself, and the hotel that I got, my best friend, who's also a member of our church, I can just have her room with me, not a big deal. So that's the update on his military status and what's going on now. It could be very quick that he's gone. Once he comes back from his training for the 5 to 6 months away, he will then be sent to the local base for another 30 to 90 days to perform the job that he's learned at tech school. Then from there, if they don't have a position open for him or he doesn't get deployed to that base for that job, he'll just go back to civilian life. They will hold his job. He works for UPS. He's a supervisor. They will hold his job because everything that he's going to be gone for during that time is military related. So they really don't have a choice but to hold his position open. So he'll return there. And then he can attend full-time college for whatever he wants to go for. Best case scenario is that after everything's said and done, they deploy him to our local base and he works full time and they have a full-time opening in the job that he went to tech school for. That would be best case scenario. There are a lot of benefits with the military. There's a good base pay. Because of some of the jobs that he's choosing, he will also be an E3, not an E1 upon entering. And so that's that. That's, it's a day by day thing. We don't know. Today I'm excited that he is able to go to the base with his recruiter, and I'm really excited that he gets to do this career, and that he's able to build memories and meet new people and travel during the time that he's away on boot camp, and tech school. Now, I spoke with my mother-in-law yesterday. My mother and father-in-law live in New York City. They are relocating to Charlotte, North Carolina when they sell their home. She did suggest, which I've never thought of, I work from home. I own a cookie business, but it's not like I couldn't do it from somewhere else. And it's really slow anyway, so I don't really have a lot of cookie orders and things of that nature. And at any point I could close it down. It's not like it's providing such a big income that I rely on it anymore. And so the kids are on school vacation starting in June for the summer. And so my mother-in-law has suggested that if the timing works out, and it would have to totally be God working this out, because there's a lot of things that have to work into each other for this all to even happen. But she suggested that I move with them temporarily to Charlotte for even a month or two to be able to not be lonely, or to have help with the kids, or to just see Charlotte. They really want us to move down there as well. My husband and I most likely will never move from the city and state that we're in. We love the city that we're in. We have our own electric company. We don't ever have a power outage. We have very low rates. The people are nice. Our city is about 56,000 people. It's not that big. It's not that small. And the kids really like the schools here and things. So, I never say never, but we're not looking to move. So anyhow, so that's another thing that I'm thinking of. But of course, within this time frame, they would have to sell their home. Their home has been on the market for a long time. It is a new construction. It's a absolutely gorgeous home. It's a 3-bedroom, 4-bath or 5? 4-bath home. The master bedroom has its own bathroom, humongous. It has its own sauna. It's absolutely gorgeous. The home is beautiful. It is in Staten Island, New York. But it's not selling, and God knows the timing of things. So if it sells and they're able to move, and he goes to boot camp soon, and it's going to be around the time of his graduation, because my mother-in-law suggested that while I'm there, hopefully the timing is great. So when he graduates from Laughlin after the 8.5 weeks, that I would fly from Charlotte by myself to see him graduate, spend some time with him before he's off to tech school, and they would have the kids with them back in Charlotte. Anything can happen from now till then. And so it's in God's hands whether or not that will work, but that's another dream, another thing that might be on the horizon for us. We don't know. So that's that about the military and kind of our plans. The other thing is Stitch Fix. I just wanted to mention, I know you guys, some of you watch my Stitch Fix videos. So I got a style pass, they call it, for $49. You can get fixes as often as you want. I get them like every 2 weeks. I just had one last Monday. I'm going to have one coming this Monday. But I'm not going to concentrate on filming them anymore. If I do film some of it, it will be within my update like I'm doing today. Only because I don't want to spend any extra money that we don't have right now as we're transitioning to military life and things of that nature, and not knowing kind of what we're going to be doing the next few months or the next year or two. And so to edit it and stuff, the software I was using, there was a glitch in it. It was like, I think it was called iMovie. And they were charging me $6 or $5.99, I believe it was, or $5.29 every single week. I had wanted to do the $49 one fee for a year, and it just didn't work out. If I can get that fixed, I may go ahead and just pay for the year for the iMovie thing. But for right now, I'm gonna get fixes, try them on. If there's something I like, and I'll do a quick video that I know I won't have to edit. To stop it, try on something, stop it again, blah, blah, blah. I can't do all that right now. So if there's something I can try on, as I'm filming and I have the outfit on or whatever, then I'll do it so I don't have to try to put the videos together. I'll do that. My last fix, the jacket was great, but I sent it back because it made my skin look washed out. This fixed, I have asked for maxi dresses, long skirts, sandals. So we'll see what I get. And then I also will be needing soon to find a dress to wear to my son's wedding. If you guys know of even online place or a local place, I'm in Western Massachusetts. If you guys know anything of that nature that you can recommend for me to find a nice dress, mother of the groom dress, I don't even know what that even consists of, let me know. And I think that's my update for today. I am 19 months post-op. I'm getting in all my water. I got a gym membership. I was able to get there once because the time that I set aside for myself ended up being taken up by my husband going to the military base and trainings and yada yada. And then he also started seeing a friend of ours who owns a large chiropractic office because he had hurt his shoulder, and we wanted him to make sure that he's ready to go when they need him in the military. So in any event, I am going to be going to Planet Fitness again regularly so I can just build up more stamina and do more things. I still want to run, maybe do a 5K at some point. So anyways, that's that. If you guys have any questions or you want me to do a future video on a certain topic, that would be great. Until then, have a great day.